Okay, well, welcome back to the Henderson Settlement Big Show, and we're happy you're joining us a little bit early today. We're in the conference, not the conference room, but the lobby, I guess is the best way to put it, of the mission dorm where the work teams, the majority of those folks stay here at Henderson Settlement. We sleep about 128 people in this building. It's a really nice building, temperature controlled. That's a good reason to be in here today, Dick.
It's a great reason.
Oh yeah.
Warm outside.
Yeah. We could have been out on the deck, but Dick and I both were doing some things, and I kind of got behind and didn't get set up. So this will work good. Work good in here. Not a whole lot of people in this room at this moment. That could change any second, though. People coming in, getting ready for lunch. But again, welcome. We're glad you're joining us. And man, it's been a beautiful week. The weather's been better. They keep forecasting. You and I was just talking about that rain for about every day, and it's still not come. So we're not going to argue with that. We'll take it. So a lot of things going on around here right now this week. Currently, I have we've got three groups, work teams here. One from the Northwest Plains District from Ohio, and this is Dick Mottinger. Mottinger.
There you go.
Mottinger. We've been practicing his name. I can't get it right. Dick has been bringing a work team down for a long time, and we'll kind of get to him, but he's with this Northwest Plains group, and they're doing a number of things on campus and in the community. We also have a group, and in the Dick's group here, the Northwest Plains group, there's like 31 people.
Correct, 31.
Yeah. And then we got a group from Reynoldsburg, Ohio, and they've got about 6 folks in that group, and then the Sower group from Ohio as well, and they've got about 16 people total in their group. So it's a pretty good week. Apparently it is Ohio week.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
You can't get any better.
Yeah, we had a few other groups scheduled that weren't from Ohio. They just bugged out when they found out it was Ohio week. So anyway, and then tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, Henderson Settlement is hosting the annual conference for the Redbird Missionary Conference. So that'll be happening then, and so there'll be a lot more people on campus, and it's going to be really buzzing in the next couple of days. That kind of starts late tomorrow afternoon, and then really gets jumping on Friday and Saturday. So just a lot of things be going on at that time, and a lot more people on campus and things. The greenhouses are open, and Casey keeps talking about that, and she would be here, but she's currently at the greenhouse. It's open again Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays from 9 to 1, and on Thursdays and Fridays, it's open from 9 to 6. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I should say, from 9 to 6.
The greenhouse is looking great.
Looking great. We had a bunch of school kids from down around Clarfield over there today, I think. So it looked like there's a bunch of kids over there getting ready for Mother's Day. Mother's Day coming up. If you get a chance and are nearby, walk up and get some flowers. Look, oh boy. Some people just love pushing buttons. That's a nice flower. The cup, not so nice. We would charge for the flower. The cup, we can't give it away. But so
we'll move this out of
yeah, let's move it out of view. So that's certainly some things that are going on, and then the summer rec is quickly approaching. That for the summer when school is out, and that starts June 11th. So if you have a child that would be interested in attending that, or you'd like for them to attend the summer rec program, kind of keep your eyes open for more information on the Facebook page, and we'll probably discuss it here a little bit. Maybe have one of those folks come in and talk about that. But that begins June the 11th. June the 11th is when summer rec starts. A lot of things going on. That's a great time. So we look forward to that. So let's just get on with talking to Dick here. Now Dick, you've been coming for how many years?
13 years.
13 years.
As a work camper.
As a work camper. Now, you not only are a work camper, but you have served a couple different times as a member of the board of directors. Is that correct?
Correct. I was on for 6 years, and I was off for a year, and I'm back on. I've been back on for a year and a half.
Yeah, well, that's outstanding. And oftentimes we have folks who've come as a work camper or a long-term volunteer that kind of, they become good candidates for being a board member. Certainly, you've been there, so we appreciate you serving us in that way. So, but today we're going to kind of talk, because you say whatever you want to, obviously, but we're kind of talking about the work camp side of it. So you've been coming for 13 years. Now, have you always come with this Northwest Plains group?
Yes, I have.
Okay. What kind of things in those 13 years have you all done?
We always have at least 4 construction crews, and over the years we've done just about anything you can think of. A lot of roofs, porches, ramps,
Yeah.
replace floors, put in new bathrooms, plumbing things, electrical, put in windows, vinyl siding.
Correct.
Pretty much any kind of construction related house, build storage sheds,
Right.
and several on campus projects.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything construction related.
Yeah, that's great. We do that. So, and you mentioned that. I was going to say one of the things that is really great about your group is you have a large group. Typically, I consider anything more than 15 a larger group. But having 30 or so people, you take advantage of the opportunity to do both community home repair as well as things we need done here on campus.
Right.
So, so you've done this week. You're doing a few things like that.
Yeah, we're building a storage shed in one of the valley houses, and I'm doing a little project rebuilding some concrete pillars at the kitchen.
Yeah.
To keep people from backing into the air conditioners.
Keeping away from those HVAC units. Yeah, things happen around here like that all the time as far as obviously accidents, but
Yeah, that's why you don't call them on purpose.
no. I like it. Yeah, how'd that happen? Oh, it's an on purpose. Oh, there's an accident.
It was an accident.
Yeah. So now, let's go back 13 years or so. Now, before you started being a part of the Northwest Plains group, had you ever heard of Henderson Settlement? Had any clue what that was?
I'd never heard of it. I'd never done any mission work at that time. We had Mission Sunday at church, and Bob Joseph, you probably remember.
Oh, yeah.
Years ago,
Wonderful.
led this group, and he came to our church. And I've got several friends in Kentucky. In fact, I'm from Ohio. My daughter lives at Paris, Kentucky.
Yeah.
So I've spent a fair amount of time in Kentucky, and I just always loved Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And the first picture that Bob put up on the wall, I had no idea what he was going to talk about, but it was a picture off this deck back here, and I saw that mountain view back there, and I just kind of leaned over Ruth and I said, "That's Kentucky."
Yeah.
You could just tell.
Yeah.
And Bob talked about it and showed a few pictures, and halfway through it, I said, "Okay, I'm going."
Yeah.
And like so many people, you just make a connection here, and you just fall in love with it, and then after so many years, everybody's family. You just feel like it's family. And
Sure. Yeah. That's a great story. I love to hear. There's so many different ways that people learn about this ministry and what's going on and how they get involved with it. And I always just love to hear like what you say. Once you come, so many people just are hooked, and it becomes just a really big part of.
Most of the people in our group are just keep coming. But
Yeah.
We've got a lot of people that have been 10, 15 years.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah. So now I was just running through my mind. I'm kind of all over the place, but I did want to mention that one of the things that Dick does is he and Ruth, they go to Florida for part of the year, and they do a lot of fishing while they're down there. You big fisher folks.
Yeah,
Yes, you are. How many fish you catch this year?
We caught 1,714.
Man, 1,714 fish. Kind of a slow winter was it?
Well, actually, we caught 1,383, I think it was last year, and we both agreed we'd fish a little less this year.
Yeah.
So we fished less time, and we just caught more fish while we were out.
Yeah, how about that? So the reason I bring that up, though, is one of the great things that they do is when they're coming back up from Florida, headed back north to kind of make all the arrangements for their group to do the final arrangements to come down this week, because that's just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago was there.
They've stopped by the last couple of years and did a fish fry for the staff, and all of the folks just love that.
They seem to enjoy it all right.
Oh yeah, that's a great
Nobody
thing.
really turns down a fish.
No, we really appreciate that. Unfortunately, I had to be gone that day that you were here. So
I ate a
missed that.
couple extra pieces.
Well, I
for you.
appreciate it. I felt like I was sitting out and I was thinking, I bet Dick is eating a few extra pieces
Yeah,
of fish
I
for me
didn't
right
want to
now.
leave you out.
I appreciate that. I feel better just knowing that.
We enjoyed doing it. We share a lot of the fish. We do several fish fries. We do a big one for our church picnic, and we do some big ones at our park in Florida. And that's the main reason we like to catch them. We like to share them.
Yeah.
And we thought we should add our family here to that list.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and we appreciate it. It's fantastic. So now back to your group. So what is, if you were describing the makeup of the group, how would you describe it?
We're all old people.
Now,
All right.
be a bit more descriptive.
I will, but that pretty much puts it in that.
That puts all in the bucket.
We're not a youth group, although it seems every year maybe one person will bring a couple of a son or a daughter or something. We've got one young man with us this year that's 10. This is his second year.
Yeah, that's cool.
Comes with his dad, and that's a great father-son bonding thing. And then before this boy was old enough to come at 9, he brought a couple of his daughters that are just a little bit older.
That's nice.
And they had a great time. But most of us are retired people, although we have a few that designate this week as one of the weeks of vacation. I mean, this is vacation to them. They like to do this just like some people might want to go to the beach or wherever. This is vacation.
Yeah.
So, but most of the group typically are 60s, 70s. You're never too old. We had one lady, Rosemary, used to come with us. The first time she came, she was 80.
Yeah.
We had her on the roof of a house trailer when she was 84.
I remember that.
So don't ever think you're too old to come here or go on any mission trip, because you're not.
I'm glad you said that, because it's really true. And oftentimes that's one of the reasons I wanted to mention that, because I knew your group kind of had an age range, 50 and sometimes folks will call interested in bringing a group, or maybe they're interested in being a part of a group, and they'll call and ask, well, I'm such and such age, or I don't have any kind of building skills, would there be something for me to do? Is what they're getting at, because of what they feel their age is, or their skill level is. And again, that's why I wanted to bring that in. It's really, if you just want to serve and be a part of what is happening here, and you're not too old. There's no age is too old. We've had folks 98 years old before. And you don't have to have some kind of specific skill. If you have that, fantastic. We'll use it the best we can. But again, if you just want to serve, there's something for you here to do.
There is. And we had a gentleman in our group that used to come real regular, and he got a little older where he didn't feel like he could do much. And we still encouraged him to come, and he spent a lot of time just sitting around the dorm. He couldn't really get out and do work. Yeah. But just his presence, his witness was still, he was still an asset to the group. There's something for anybody.
There is. I just things haven't done this for so long. There's so many things pop in your head, and I can remember a number of years ago. I can't remember what group it was, but there was a gentleman that came in, and he was blind, and he came for like 3 or 4 years in a row, and he was blind, but he wanted to do whatever he could do that other people were doing. So one of the things that his group had adopted was spreading gravel. So he had somebody that was with him, and that had the wheelbarrow, and he had the shovel. They put it there, and he would shovel gravel
into the wheelbarrow
and fill that wheelbarrow, and they would put that wheelbarrow. And he felt like he was doing his part. And
he was.
Yeah, it was no different than any of the youth or the other adults that were shoveling gravel, filling the wheelbarrow. They take a break while they wheelbarrow the gravel, and then he was right back. So there's things that for folks to do.
And there's so many things here that they don't require specific skill. You don't have to be a carpenter, a plumber, electrician. So many of the ladies here like to work in the greenhouse, and they weed flowers and different things, transplant, or they work in the thrift store sorting clothes. Yeah. It's not just for carpenters and contractors. There's something for everybody.
Really, there is. Thrift store, food pantry, you can help out with those places. If you're in the summer, you can potentially help with the youth, or even when school's in session and after school, and just a lot of things to do. And we mentioned this building. So this building is what we call a mission dormitory, and it was built or actually opened in 1997. Sleeps 128 folks, and it's got like 2 levels. You can kind of see behind us. There's a men and women's section back there, and then downstairs it's exactly the same as a men and women's section in the lobby. On this side, we have right in front of us here, we have the conference room, large conference room that can see about 200 folks, and then downstairs, directly below that, we have a craft shop that is here. Really nice.
Very nice.
Craft shop. So it's a really nice facility. As I already mentioned, it's temperature controlled, and that's always great when you've been out, especially the hot times, days and afternoons and whatnot, to be able to come in and relax and be some air conditioning going and cool you off a little bit. But how does your group come in, Dick? How do you feel about staying here? There's 3 other groups. There's 3 holders, 2 other in your group. So when you're staying in this building, you typically are mixed with other groups as far as sleeping facilities, all the guys and all the ladies and stuff like that. How do they feel about that?
Oh, they love it here. Facility's great. I tell people the first thing that I think most people think when you say mission trip, think you're going to be sleeping on the gym floor or in a Sunday school room, classroom, on an air mattress, and making your own bologna sandwiches. And that's true. And I've been on those. Yeah. And a lot of them have it. They first timers come here, and here we are in this nice, beautiful building, air conditioned, great facilities. And we don't make bologna sandwiches. We go down the line 3 times a day and get home cooked meals. We like to say it's like a 5-pound mission trip. Even though we work pretty hard in the daytime, there's a lot of uphills, but they feed us really well. And they just, some people, I think that's part of what they come for. The facility's just so nice.
Yeah.
Everybody treats you great.
Yeah, it's really good. And actually, I'm you kind of jumped ahead of me there. That's where I was going is, we have the dining hall, and we have cooks that we bring in, the local ladies that prepare meals, and you get breakfast, lunch, and supper 5 days a week. And how do you feel about those meals, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. I mean, what are they are they kind of, like you said, like a bologna sandwich at lunch, or,
it's like home cooked meals. I mean, last night was meatloaf and green beans and bread, and there's a salad bar. You could make a meal just off the salad bar. It's good meals. I mean, it's not just a cold meat and cheese. Yeah. It's better than eating at home.
Yeah. What's your favorite meal they make in the town?
Well,
I don't make a lot of them. You're kind of like me. Whatever they fix, you'll eat it.
Kind of tough. And we haven't had it yet this year, but I like the simple things. I love them. Today we had the chili dogs.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we'll get that this year.
Yeah, they kind of like a rotating menu for 4 weeks.
I like the simple things. And some meals are like that, and some not. A couple of days ago was some sort of, I don't know the right name, of chicken casserole kind of a thing. And
all right, let's start
right.
This. What did you remember what you had for breakfast yesterday?
Yesterday was, I believe yesterday was scrambled eggs and bacon.
Nice. How about
on a biscuit?
And a biscuit, yeah. And then there's always things like, cereal and cold.
Right. There's Pop-Tarts and several different kinds of cereals and different juices.
Yeah. Some mornings they'll have pancakes or French toast, and
we've had the pancakes
already.
Something
different every day. It's not the same thing every day. So what'd you have for lunch yesterday? Can you remember that?
Oh man, I remember I said our group is old.
We had fish.
We're all old people.
We
had fish.
Fish. Wasn't your fish?
Maybe that's why I didn't. I didn't say that.
Yeah, and now today, Wednesday. Oh, that's a big senior attendance day, and typically they have a really nice lunch on Wednesdays. I'm looking forward to that here just as soon as we can get done.
Yeah, they're having it right now.
Yeah, we're kind of dragging this out. We don't need to. What's up with that? Do you remember what you had for supper yesterday?
Oh, isn't that awful? I didn't know this was going to be a mind test.
Yeah. Well, yeah. See,
give me a little hint. Get me started. Oh yeah, the meatloaf. I said
the meatloaf. Okay, yeah. I didn't know if you had that yesterday or if you had it.
That was yesterday.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so what I'm getting at, is when folks come in, you don't have to prepare the meals. Now, if you want to bring a group and have private housing and prepare your own meals, certainly that is an option, and we can work with you on that, and reduce your cost for staying for whatever the cost of the meals would be for that week. But generally, most people don't do that. They take advantage of it. If it was me,
yeah, why would you want to do that?
I mean, you're spending more money than what you're saving.
You have to wash your own dishes if you could.
Yeah,
too.
So you don't have to prepare any of those meals. You don't have to clean up after that. As far as washing dishes or anything, all that's taken care of in-house. So, I mean, that's all part of everything. So it's really, I like to say a turnkey operation in so many ways other than just the projects and just all around.
It is. There's a lot of things that we don't have to do that you do when you go sleep on the gym floor and that. We don't do that. This staff takes care of all those things here for housekeeping and that. We don't have to clean the place. We just get to come in and have a good time and do some work for a week and leave the mess all behind.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great thing. Well, folks, again, I'm getting hungry.
Me too.
I think we're going to have to cut this. I'm going to cut it, end it up right here. Now, I know you may have missed Casey today, and like I said, she's at the greenhouse, so she's working. We don't want to keep Casey from working. Don't want to do that. So she's there, and she should be back with us next week. Mike Feely oftentimes are with us, but he is actually doing some stuff with the seniors this morning, and perhaps a tour across campus as well. So me and Dick had the show today. Blue is not with us. He was tied up. We got a new secretary working in the work camp office, started this morning. So Blue's kind of keeping watch over her, making sure everything's good down there. So yeah, answer questions for her. He's not a big talker, but he'll help her. So we appreciate you joining us. Look for us again next Wednesday, 2:00, right here, the Henderson Settlement Big Show. God bless. Have a wonderful week. See you next Wednesday.
And goodbye.